My name is Pettigrew. I'm from the great state of New Jersey. Anybody from New Jersey here? Man, I said that the other day in Maine, and they were like, "Why are you from New Jersey?" I was like, "Because New Jersey's awesome." Let's just lift our hands and let's just start it like this. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in His wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace. Let's just sing that again. Just lift our hearts and our minds. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in His wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace. Amen. Well, we got a brand new record out called Faith and Gasoline, and I'd love to start out tonight with the first single from that album. It's a song called Love Is Here. Love walks into my house and turns the lights back on. Love walks into my doubt and trust is all but gone. Love runs into my heart, tears the finish line. Love runs into my scars and heals them every time, every time. And love is burning through my veins. It's all that will remain. It's here and love is now. And love You guys can take a seat, guys. We'll get you standing up and sitting down. It'll kind of be like Catholic Church here. Anybody ever been to the beach before? Just a handful of you poor people. What about the rest of you? The beach is incredible. I was leading a worship retreat there about 2 years ago. And I'm sitting on the beach and I'm watching these dads work with their kids to kind of teach them how to deal with the waves and the undertow. Anybody ever get stuck in the undertow before? A couple of you? And these dads are just like, hey, when it comes in, just kind of float there. It'll kind of take you back and you'll be all set. And some of these kids were just pounding into the waves and diving under the waves. And I looked at them and I was like, man, it's kind of like life, right? We get stuck and we get caught so many times in the undertow of life, right? So many things that just distract us from God, who He is. Work, life, church, our families, Netflix, so many things that just distract us from God. And He's just saying, hey, I'm here, I've got you, I'm never, ever, ever, ever letting you go. Amen. Anybody remember that story from Sunday school where Peter jumps out of the boat and starts walking? And Jesus is right there in front of him and he's got his eyes laser focused on Jesus. And then he looks away for just a minute. And what does he do? He starts to sink. So the undertow is strong. It pulls us deeper and deeper and deeper away from God. He's just like, I'm here. I've got you. And I'm never, ever, ever letting you go. This is a song called Undertow. It's all about that back and forth, that struggle we all have going back and forth in our lives. Dark, the water's deep, the water's crashing over me. The cries are washed up on the beach, and no one hears a sound. I take a breath, I breathe you in, I take a step, I can't begin, 'cause I'm still caught in this headwind. This ship has run aground. I'm getting caught in the undertow, getting pulled down by the waves. Take my hand now and pull me close. I'm going down today. I'm getting caught in the undertow. The dark is pulling at my feet. You are here right now, I know. You're not letting go. The flicker of light, the flicker of hope, a star that shines from a distant coast. Through the fog he looks like a ghost, but here comes the storms and rain. I walk on water to walk through fear. Faith is strong, ready to pierce. There's no room for doubt in here. In the midst of these high seas, I'm getting caught in the undertow. Getting pulled down by the waves. Take my hand now and pull me close. I'm going down today. I'm getting caught in the undertow. The dark is pulling at my feet. You are here right now, I know. You're not letting go. You're not letting go. I'm breathing in and breathing out. I'm fighting through the fear of doubt. I lift my hands, I lift my heart. I'm drowning in your grace. Your love is washing over me. I'm finally home, I'm finally free. I'm reaching up, you're reaching down. I'm drowning in your grace. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Fighting through the fear and doubt. I lift my hands, I lift my heart. I'm drowning night, and He never lets us go. No matter what we walked in here tonight through those doors, whatever we brought in with us, God's with us. Amen, church? Amen. Yeah. You know, my family and I went through a bit of an undertow moment about 2.5 years ago. Anybody had one of these, like, you're like, hey God, this is not cool, I don't like this, I don't want this to happen? Anybody? Just, okay, a couple of you. What's going on back there? You guys are living some kind of life. Well, we kind of went through this in our family, and you see, my nephew Ryan had been struggling with a heroin addiction for about 8 years. And he got himself clean for about 90 days. They came up to our place for Easter of 2017. And we had a great night on Thursday night, hung out, laughed, it was cool. And then Friday morning we woke up and he was gone. He'd accidentally overdosed and died in my basement. And it's been hard for our family. He was a good kid, 27 years old, avid fisherman. Just had a disease that he couldn't beat. So I remember sitting with my sister on the deck about 2 days after this happened. And I said, there's two things that can happen here today. One, we could get completely lost in the grief. Or two, we could somehow use this for God's glory. And we opted for the latter. We started this thing called the There Is Hope movement. And what we do is we act as a conduit between folks that need help from substance abuse addictions and folks that can help. We partnered up with Teen Challenge and Celebrate Recovery and a bunch of other organizations. Anybody familiar with Teen Challenge here? Incredible, incredible organization. We just love the way that they approach recovery, and it's just awesome. And my sister had the great idea of coming up with these bracelets. I saw some of you guys walking in here with them tonight. This is a there you go right there. Excellent, excellent. This is a There Is Hope bracelet. And it's just a little aluminum bracelet that just says There Is Hope on it. And I have hundreds of stories about how these bracelets have worked in people's lives. I'll share one with you tonight. We were playing a show in Pennsylvania, and there was a woman there who was in recovery, and we'd given her a bracelet a couple months prior to that show. And she said, she came up to me that second night she had seen us, and she said, you know, that bracelet literally saved my life one night. I said, how did that happen? She said, I was about to use one evening, looked down at my wrist, and the bracelet was facing up this way, and she said she read There Is Hope on her wrist. And she put down the needle, called her sponsor, and was able to get out of that situation. And I was like, man. Yeah, exactly. It's like the power of God working through a tiny little aluminum bracelet. So we have so many people that just say, hey, how can we help? What can we do? There's three things tonight that you can do. One, you can buy a bracelet. We've got it for sale right on the merch table in the back. They're $10 a piece. A portion of the proceeds goes straight back to Teen Challenge and the work that they're doing. We just love, love, love Teen Challenge. Two, we have this new thing this year called the Give One, Get One program, where you can buy a bracelet here tonight, and then on our side, we give a bracelet to a person in recovery. And the cool thing is, you can write a note to that person, just saying, hey, I'm praying for you, I believe in you, you can make it. And then we take the bracelet and the note and we send it to them. We've got recovery houses all over the country that we're working with. And we sent about 50 of these to one of the Teen Challenge offices, and the guy who ran the place wrote me back and he said it was incredible for the guys to come back to their room that night and have a bracelet and a note from a complete stranger on their pillow that just said, hey, I'm praying for you. He said a lot of guys came back with tears in their eyes and they were just like, who would do this? And I was like, people that love Jesus would do this. Because recovery is such a lonely, lonely process. It's so hard. These guys are just fighting this every single day. So if they can just get one quick note from a stranger that just says, hey, I got you, I'm praying for you. It's an incredible thing to do. So if you want to join that Give One, Get One program tonight, you can do that as well at the table. Then we have a custom bracelet thing where you can get one of these bracelets and have a name written on it. And my sister hand stamps every single bracelet. So when I call her and say, hey, I need 500, she's like, ah. But I'm like, no, it's working. So you can do that as well. But I would encourage you to join the Hope Movement tonight, because we just want to push hope deeper and deeper into our schools, into our communities, into our churches, into our families, and most importantly, into our kids. our kids need the love and the hope of Jesus. There's so much stuff out there that's trying to pull them away from Jesus. And we're just here tonight, sitting in this church in Mahwah, New Jersey, because we believe in the hope that Jesus provides. Amen? Amen. So there's a song called There Is Hope. It's dedicated to my nephew Ryan. But if we're honest, it's dedicated to each and every one of us because we're all struggling with some kind of addiction. I don't know if it's food or pride or social media. We could go around this room and find an addiction that we're all struggling with. But the point of nights like tonight is to just come together and just say, God, I can't do this. Just lift our hands, lift our hearts and our eyes, and just say, Father, I lay my addictions at the feet of the cross. And God, we give it all straight back to you. There's a song called There Is Hope. 10 years later, I remember blue September skies. I remember how the city streets were so alive. 10 years later, there are questions that still haunt my mind, answers that are hard to find, places that remind me of you. In this life, there are no guarantees, but there's a hope, there's a faith, there's love for the whole human race. There's a hope we see. Let's us hold on tight to all we believe. Hope never quits, hope never dies, hope is still alive. 10 years later, you are still the shelter from the storm. You are still the rock that I built this house upon. 10 years later, even though the tears still fall, God, you've held me through it all, and I can still call on you. You alone are the Savior of us all. There's a hope, there's a faith, there's love for the whole human race. believe in hope. Hope anchors the soul. Man, I'd love to give you guys a copy of that song. Anybody got their phone here tonight? I know you do because Zach just asked you. You all held up your phones. Head over to this. Hang on a second. Just open up your text app and go to the number 44144 in the to field. And then in the body of the text, type in my name, which is Dave, and that'll prompt you for your email address. And what you're doing is signing up for the Faith and Gasoline Journey. And we're going to give you the whole record, not just that song, but the whole new album. It's called Faith and Gasoline. And we'd love to hook you guys up with it. It's produced by a guy named Scotty Wilbanks on Third Day. Any Third Day fans here? 3 or 4 of you, excellent. I'll let him know. But we'd love to get this in your hands. You get the full record and you get a devotion based on every single song for the next 11 days. I see like 3 people doing this. I'm giving you 2 years of my life right now. Okay? 2 years of my life it took me to make this thing. Just head over there. You can text your info, and we'd love to stay connected with you guys and get involved in our system. And it'd be great to have you guys with us. Hey, so on Monday night, we do this thing called Monday Night Worship. Any Monday Night Worshipers here? Excellent. Oh, there's a bunch of you guys here. You guys all need to mingle after and connect with each other. But every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on davepettigrew.com, we do worship. We have an online church that we're building there. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg ever decided or wanted Facebook to become something like this. But this is what we're doing. And we just love the community that we're building. And Rob, as he mentioned before, we have a retreat coming up in 3 weeks. Yeah. 3 weeks. Man, that's amazing. 3 weeks we have this retreat. It's all of our Monday worshipers coming together. And we're going to get together at Harvey Cedars at the Harvey Cedars Bible Conference. We still have 1 room left. So tonight, if you want to get in that room, just come and see me in the back and we can hook you up. If you just want to take a weekend, October 25th through the 27th, and just worship for the weekend, step back, take a breath, just relax with people that love God, you can do that. And on Saturday night of that retreat, we're having a concert with me and JJ Weeks in Carrollton. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing weekend. So we'd love to have you there. But either way, join us. I just want to end tonight with just worshiping. This Monday Night Worship community, we got together, about 20 of us, in a recording studio about a month ago. And I invited a bunch of folks in, and we sat in the room. I sat at a piano, and we hit record, and we just worshiped together. And it was amazing. We've got this record coming out in about 2 or 3 weeks called Solo Worship Volume 1. And it is just one of these records that I just wanted people to just sit down with and just sit and worship. You know, I don't know when your quiet times are with God, but this is the record for those quiet times. So let's all just stand up. Let's just thank God that we can be here, that God moves the mountains in our lives. God, we just lift up your name tonight, Father. Lord, we are just here tonight to do nothing but lift up the name of Jesus. God, in everything that we do tonight, let it all be for your glory. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I'll see you do it again. God, you hear our hearts. You hear our voices. We all come to you tonight with something different. But God, you love each and every one of us the same. And God, tonight we just proclaim our victory in Jesus. God, just move in this place, in this building, Father. You know the plans for this building. And you know how it will serve Mahwah, Father. And God, we just lift it up tonight. That Jesus, you would move in this community, God. We pray for Rob and the staff here at the plant. God, that you would just lead them and guide them, Father. God, give them direction, vision, and your will be done in it all. God, in our lives, just move the mountains. Tonight, we just proclaim victory in the name of Jesus. Sing this again. I've seen you move. You move the mountains. And I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way. And I believe I'll see you do it again. Amen. Do it again. Amen.